is going to be the reading for Libra for the month of August 2021. So I'm using another oracle deck here, besides the usual ones that I use, and we'll do relationship reading. So I'm just going to intuitively read off this deck. My other decks are used intuitively, but I also know exactly what each card means. This deck, I don't, so I'm just going to read intuitively off it. So I'm going to select just one card for this part of the reading. Then we'll move on to and it chose itself, very clearly chose itself. The Lady Elfrida, justice will prevail. So what is right will prevail in August. So if you have been at the receiving end of unfair treatment, if you believe life has been unfair, for many of us, it would seem that way, wouldn't it? Or if you are involved in a court case of some sort, you're going to find that you will be treated with justice. It will come out fairly. Justice will prevail. So that is the prevailing theme for Libra in the month of August. Justice will prevail. You will be treated fairly. You will be given what you're supposed to be given, what you should have had, and maybe you felt you didn't get. If life has turned in ways that seem very unfair, you're going to find that by August it will be most fair. Justice will prevail. That's a great card for you to get. So what is due to you and you feel is due to you will be given to you in August. Okay? Right, so let's do the rest of the reading, see what's happening there. And then we'll do relationship after that. Okay, so let's see. First card up for you is magical prayers. So many of you have been putting out prayers to the universe, requests to the universe, wishes to the universe, and guess what? They're about to be answered. When this card shows up, it's always an indication of something you've really been wishing hard for, that you've been absolutely praying for, but you've been lots of focus and attention on wanting it. August is the month when it starts coming in for you. The other side of this is August is a good month to put those prayers out there because they could very well be magically answered for you, okay? Lots more of the universe is listening to you and your requests in the month of August. Okay, next one up, rock bottom. Many people have reached this lately. Whether it's literally or just feeling as if, you know what, we can't take any more of this, whatever it may be. It could be a specific situation in your life. It could be life in general, whatever. But you've now reached that point where it's like, it has to turn now. And the rock bottom card does say that. It says that you've reached the end of this story. It is now going to change, okay? Let's see what the next card says for you. So you gain an overall perspective or a better perspective or a greater perspective or a clearer perspective of what is going on in your life. So you might have had a narrowed vision. Our life can sometimes do that for us. It's not always our fault. That's what we have. But now you get to see the bigger picture unfolding. Okay, so those are the words I'm hearing. You get to see the bigger picture unfolding. Positive card. This, I want to say optimistic. The card has optimistic written all over it, okay? Next card up is coming apart. So you leave behind something which has been unraveling for a while. This is not something that is suddenly coming apart. It is something that has been unraveling for a while, and its time is done. It has served its purpose in your life. You are now moving on to something else. It's not a surprise. It's not a shock. You know, it could be a job. It could be a place you live. It could be a relationship, whether a friendship or a close relationship. It can be anything. But it's like it served its purpose in his life. And for a while now, you felt it starting to unravel. And now it will drift apart, okay, from you. And you will move on to bigger and better things. Right. Storm fields, oh yes, this has been breaking out. The debris has been clearing from our lives. The things that no longer serve us, this is part of that coming apart, okay? So maybe as it comes apart, you feel momentary discomfort because of what comes after that, okay? But let's see what the rest of the story is. So now that's what the discomfort is going to be, okay? You're going to be heading down a path which now feels a little bit unsure. Most of us are at the moment. Life is changing, shifting, and you can't really see ahead too far. However, you did get this card in a reading. Oh, let me just pick it up again. You did get this card. So you will gain a better perspective at some stage of the bigger picture unfolding. But perhaps your own personal path, you're still feeling a little bit unclear about, you're not sure. But this card does say, if you look at it, she's dressed for a fancy ball, and it's a really beautiful place, and there's a little bird there. So it's all going to be heading, I think, into fairly exciting territory. We just have to be kind of sort of brave enough to take that step into that territory. And she's got a whole little string of hearts around her neck too. Can only be good. And as I say, that commitment comes up. So for many Librans, your story in August is about finally finding that person, that job, that career, that lifestyle, that new place, that life in general that you feel you can commit to, that you feel has long-term potential, that you feel you resonate with and connect with so well that you can make that kind of commitment. Good morning, somebody in New Jersey. I trust it's warmer where you are at the moment. I have not stopped about the weather here. It is extremely cold in South Africa. We are not used to that. Where we live, you'll probably see me in this same sweater over and over because I don't have warm clothes because of where we live. It never gets this cold. So I'm sure it is warmer where you are. The sun is shining, but we're frozen. Okay, so let me get back to the reading. So let's recap it again. So a prayer will be answered in August. It's something you've reached the end of it with it. You either feel like I cannot go further with this, or it cannot continue like this. Whatever it may be, it's coming to an end. It's going to cause kind of something to move out of your life, shift out of your life. It's going to end, okay? You're not going to feel, it's not going to be a completely peaceful ending. There is going to be a little bit of dissatisfaction or a little bit of conflict or challenge, but it's clearing the last of it out that shouldn't be in your life any longer, okay? You then head down a mysterious path, but it is going to be fun. You can't see, probably not, but she's got hearts wrapped around. It's very hot in the US, really. The weather's just crazy at the moment, isn't it? Maybe we can share half our weather with you and you share half your weather with us. I wish. Okay, so you're going to head down a path which is mysterious and intriguing and has potential for great delivery, okay? Because ultimately what the story ends up with is commitment. So what does that mean to you? It could be a new relationship which is going to be a very committed relationship. It could be a relationship where the bond is cemented. It could be a new job, a new career, a new life direction, a new lifestyle, new home, whatever, that you really put it in ink. You are committed to this, you're going to do it. It's got hearts and a rainbow. The rainbow always means the worst of a situation is now behind you, and hearts obviously means that you're going to love this. You're going to be in love with it. The person, whatever it may be, you are going to love it, and you're going to want to make that commitment. You're going to be happy and prepared to make that commitment. Right, that's a very nice reading, Libra. Oh yes, I'm Libra as well, so I'm enjoying this reading. Okay, Libra Sun. Right, now let's have a look at what relationships do hold in store for you. Let's see how they tie in with this reading, okay? Okay. Next card up is wedding. What do you know, okay? So, definitely going to be commitment coming in August. Whether it is that you meet somebody whom you're finally going to marry, whether you marry them if you believe in marriage, whatever kind of commitment you believe in, that's what you're going to be doing. You could be in an existing relationship and you really solidify that bond. Relationships in general, this is where they are headed for Librans. At long last, Libra, I had so many of you telling me that you'd been single for years and years and years, or hadn't had a really good relationship in that long time. And I mean, for Librans, that's virtually unheard of, isn't it? To be single for like 10, 11 years. And there's a lot of you that came back to me and said that that is the case. So the tide is shifting, I hear. The tide is shifting. Okay, so that can only be good news. Right, let's see what else comes up here. Engagement and wedding. Oh, my word. Okay, so underscored, underlined, reinforced, definitely. So you're either going to meet somebody, a lot of Librans may get engaged in August. Congratulations. Okay. Others of you will get into relationships that showed the potential for not only getting engaged, but you will actually get married to this person. I'm thinking, oh, and I'm dropping the card, that, oh, and I'm stiff. My sister gave me a yoga class yesterday. Oh, I'm so stiff. She's training to be a yoga teacher, and I'm being the student, so I'm feeling it today. She's going to be an excellent yoga teacher. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is that because these are showing up double like this, that it's going to happen fairly quickly, okay? So brace yourselves, guys. This person's going to turn up if you're single, and I don't get the feeling of being swept off your feet. Oh my word, there is the most beautiful bird sitting on the aloes. Now I'm distracted. It's what we call a black-headed oriole, if you want to have a look at that. What a good omen. That is magnificent, okay? He's bright yellow with a black head and a red beak. He's right here. So it's going to come in quickly. And like I say, I don't feel that it's being swept off your feet, but I do feel as if it happens fast, okay? So your mind is going to be there, you're going to be concentrating and focusing, but it's going to happen fast. And in existing relationships, it's that same kind of energy. That cementing of the bond, that feeling that with a connection with a person again is going to happen, and it's going to happen fast. So, Libra, this is a reading worth taking note of. This is the first reading I felt in a very long time that has sort of immense momentum behind it. Okay, so wishing you all lots of loves and hugs for the month of August. If you'd like a personal reading from me, I do an amazing soulmate reading. You can contact me via my website. I will put that link in the description box below. We'll chat again soon. Wishing you much luck for the month of August.